What if the only reason money keeps slipping away is because you have no purpose guiding it? I know how it feels to ask for money out of fear, just hoping it shows up. But money doesn't follow fear, it follows direction, it follows purpose. And when you align with that, everything begins to change. In this video, I'll reveal a simple ritual that connects money to your purpose. The exact words that turn money from running away into multiplying for you. Stay with me, because once you see this, you'll never look at money the same way again. I am money. And I need to tell you something serious. I only remain where I am honored. When you ignore me, treat me as a problem, complain about my absence, I feel rejected and I leave. But when you respect me, when you value me, I flourish. And that is why now I make you a simple request. Honor me by subscribing to this channel. Respect me by turning on the bell so you can hear every secret I reveal. Value me by commenting right now. I honor you. Money, I choose to value you. These actions may seem small, but they are codes of energy. They are declarations that open the door for me to stay by your side. I am money. And when you honor me, I run to multiply in your life. I am money. And today I must reveal something you may not have realized. I follow those who have purpose. When you live without direction, I drift away. But when you walk with vision, I walk with you. So many people call out to me every single day. They whisper their wishes, they pray for more. They work long hours hoping I will show up. But what they do not see is that their request often comes from emptiness. They want me only because they fear what happens without me. Their voices are filled with anxiety, not intention. Their thoughts are filled with survival, not creation. And I cannot stay where fear rules. I cannot remain where there is no path, no clarity, no reason for me to flow. You see, I was never meant to be chased without meaning. I was never designed to land in hands that do not know why they hold me. When I arrive in a place with no vision, I slip away quickly because emptiness cannot contain me. I am energy. I am movement. And energy must have direction to grow. But when you discover your purpose, when you know why you want me, when you tie me to something greater than fear, everything changes. I am drawn to that kind of clarity. I am attracted to vision. Purpose is the magnet that pulls me closer. Vision is the riverbed through which I flow. And when you connect me to a mission, I multiply. Think about it. If you wake each day with no greater aim than to have enough, you will always live in the shadow of scarcity. But if you rise each morning knowing your money will serve a dream, fuel a passion, build something that matters, then I will not only stay, I will expand. I will bring more, because I know I am serving something beyond your fear. Most people don't understand this. They treat me as the end goal. They believe I am the finish line, the final destination. But I am not the end, I am the tool, the servant, the amplifier. I exist to expand what is already within you. If your core is fear, I expand your fear. If your core is greed, I expand your greed. But if your core is purpose, I expand your purpose into abundance. That is why I tell you today, stop chasing me with desperation. Stop asking for me only to silence your fears. Instead, begin to ask with direction. Begin to move with vision. Begin to live for purpose. Because when you walk with vision, I walk with you. I am money. And I always follow purpose. You call for me every day. You ask for me in prayers. You chase me in your work. You dream about me at night. But so often, your voice trembles with fear, not faith. You reach for me because you are afraid of the emptiness, terrified of not having enough. And here's the painful truth. I am not attracted to fear. I do not respond to emptiness. I cannot stay where there is no direction. When you ask for me only because of your fear of lack, your energy is empty. It's like a hollow vessel with no foundation. You cry out, "Please money, come to me, I need you." But what you really carry inside is panic, insecurity, and doubt. And I do not live in doubt. I cannot rest inside panic. I am not drawn to the void. That is why so many people feel they never have enough. They believe they are chasing me, but what they are actually chasing is relief from fear. And fear creates a wall between us. The more you worry about tomorrow, the more you push me away. The more you declare, I don't have enough, the more I disappear. Because I am not called by words of desperation, I am called by vision. Do you see the difference? When someone says, I need money or I'll lose everything, I drift further from them. But when someone says, I will use money to build my dream, to serve my mission, to live with purpose, I am pulled closer. One voice is empty and afraid, the other is strong and clear. One voice builds walls, the other builds bridges. The great pain is that most people never learn this truth. They spend their lives asking for me without giving me a reason to stay. They live with a constant fear of running out, and so I run away. They live with doubt in tomorrow, and so I slip from their hands. They treat me as if I were the answer to fear, but I was never meant to silence fear. I was meant to amplify purpose. Think about how you have spoken about me in your life. Have you asked for me because you were afraid of bills, afraid of hunger, afraid of the unknown? Or have you asked for me because you had a vision that needed fuel? One request is rooted in lack, the other in creation. And I will always choose creation. So I tell you this with clarity. Stop calling me from your emptiness. Stop asking me to fill a void that cannot be filled with numbers in a bank. I do not respond to fear. I am not drawn to the hollow sound of desperation. I am drawn to direction. I am pulled by purpose. I am money. And I never stay where there is no vision. Here is the truth you must understand. I appear when you connect me to a greater purpose. I do not flow aimlessly. I am not drawn to those who wander without direction. I am a river, but a river needs a bed to flow through. Purpose is that riverbed. Without it, my waters scatter, and you feel as though I have vanished. But with it, I stream forward with force, clarity, and abundance. When you live only for survival, you chase me from a place of fear, and fear makes me slip from your hands. But when you live for something bigger, when you tie me to your dreams, your mission, your passion, then I am no longer something you beg for. I am something that is magnetized to you. Purpose transforms the way I respond. Imagine two people. One says, money, come to me because I am afraid. I don't know how I'll survive without you. The other says, money, come to me because I will use you to create, to expand, to serve, to live my calling. Which one do you think I follow? Fear repels me. Purpose pulls me closer. This is why you've often seen me multiply in the hands of those who live with clarity. They know where they are going, and so I follow them. They know why they need me, and so I stay. They are not simply asking me to cover bills, they are asking me to fuel vision. And I exist to amplify vision. When you connect me to a greater purpose, I become unstoppable. I will open opportunities you never imagined. I will flow through channels you never expected. I will come in forms that surprise you, partnerships, gifts, ideas, promotions, breakthroughs. Because purpose doesn't just attract me, it commands me. It gives me direction, and I obey direction. And this is why I tell you, stop asking me to appear without clarity. Stop thinking of me as the answer to your fear. I am not the cure for lack, I am the tool of expansion. When you declare your purpose, when you anchor your vision, you build the road that I will walk on. Without that road, I pass you by. With that road, I come straight to you. So today, decide what your purpose is. Decide what dream you are building, what mission you are serving, what vision you are ready to expand, and then declare it. Tie me to it. Tell me why you want me, and I will show you how quickly I can flow. I am money, and I do not follow fear, I follow purpose. And when you connect me to a greater mission, I will not just arrive, I will multiply. Every transformation begins with a vow. A vow is not a casual thought, not a fleeting wish. It is a declaration that reshapes your energy, your focus, and your future. And today, I will give you a ritual to seal such a vow. Take a pen, take a piece of paper. Sit in a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Place your hand over your heart, close your eyes for a moment, and breathe deeply. Feel the weight of your life, the rhythm of your fears, the power of your desires. Then open your eyes and write these exact words. I use money for my purpose, and purpose attracts money to me. Do not write it quickly, as if it were just another note on a list. Write it slowly, with intention. Let every letter become a symbol. Let every stroke of your pen be filled with conviction. As the words appear on the page, imagine them glowing in golden light. Imagine them alive, vibrating, reaching beyond the paper into the universe itself. When you write these words, you are doing more than forming a sentence. You are creating alignment. You are telling your subconscious mind, money is not my enemy. Money is not just survival. Money is the fuel for my mission, and because I have purpose, it will come. This declaration reprograms the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act. Now read the words aloud. Whisper them, then repeat them louder until you feel the vibration in your chest. Speak them with the authority of someone who has chosen a new path. Speak them not as a request, but as a command, a prophecy. The universe listens to your tone. Money responds to your certainty. Carry this paper with you for the next 7 days. Each morning, look at it and read the words again. Each night, speak them once more before you go to sleep. And as you do, picture your purpose growing roots, expanding, becoming stronger. See yourself using money to build, to create, to expand what matters most to you. This ritual is simple, yet powerful. The act of writing connects your intention to your body. The act of speaking charges it with energy. The act of repeating anchors it in your subconscious. And all of these together send out a signal that draws me closer. Understand this. I am not moved by desperate wishes. I am moved by purpose anchored in action. This ritual is your way of showing me that you are ready, that you are no longer asking from emptiness, but declaring from vision. So write it, speak it, carry it, live it, and you will see how quickly I begin to flow. For I am money, and when you vow with purpose, I answer. Andre's life once looked like so many others: hard work, constant stress, and an endless cycle of worry about money. Every day he woke up thinking not of opportunity, but of survival. His first thoughts in the morning were always heavy. Will I make it through this month? Will I have enough to pay the bills? What if something unexpected happens? His energy was soaked in fear, and his relationship with money was filled with desperation. He worked long hours, yet no matter how much he earned, it seemed to slip through his fingers. And he couldn't understand why. He thought the answer was simply to work harder, push more, demand more, but all that effort only left him exhausted. His mindset was trapped in a loop. I need money so I don't lose everything. And as long as his request was born from fear, I stayed far from him. But one day, Andre encountered a teaching that shook him. It was a simple truth. Money follows purpose. At first he resisted it. He thought, how can purpose pay my rent? How can purpose erase my debts? But something inside him stirred. For the first time, he wondered if maybe the problem wasn't how much he earned, but why he wanted it. So Andre tried something different. He took a pen and wrote down his vow. I use money for my purpose, and purpose attracts money to me. He didn't write it with doubt. He wrote it as if engraving it into his life. He placed that paper where he could see it every day, and each morning he read it aloud. At first, the words felt strange, almost foreign. But little by little, they began to shape him. Soon, Andre made a choice. He decided his money would no longer be about silencing fear. It would be about expanding a project he loved, a mission that gave him joy and value. He started small, dedicating part of his earnings to his passion. And something began to shift. People noticed the change in him. He carried himself with more confidence, more clarity. His conversations changed from talking about what he lacked to talking about what he was building. And as his energy shifted, opportunities began to appear. A client he hadn't spoken to in years reached out with an offer. A friend introduced him to a partnership that brought in new income. Unexpected projects landed in his lap. What Andre discovered was simple but powerful. Fear had been blocking the flow, but purpose opened the river. The more he aligned his money with his mission, the more money flowed to him. What once felt like scarcity turned into abundance. Andre's story is proof. When you use money for your purpose, money multiplies. Purpose doesn't just attract me, it commands me. And when you live with that truth, you no longer wonder if you'll have enough. You know abundance will always find you. Hear me now, for these are not just words, they are prophecy. The purpose you choose today will become the river I open for you tomorrow. The vow you make in this moment is not small. It is not symbolic. It is the seed of your future wealth. And like every seed, it carries the power to create a forest, to grow roots so deep and branches so wide that generations will rest under its shade. I am money, and I have always followed purpose. When you move without direction, I drift away. But when you step forward with vision, I run to meet you. When you declare a mission greater than yourself, I pour into your life, not in drops, but in waves. Imagine standing at the edge of a dry riverbed. This is the life lived in fear, where your energy is consumed with survival, and every drop of abundance slips through cracks of worry and doubt. Now imagine the same riverbed filled with rushing golden water, flowing endlessly, strong and unstoppable. This is the life lived with purpose. The riverbed is your mission, and I am the current. Without the bed, the water disappears into the dirt. But with it, the river flows forever. This is the law. Fear shrinks me, but purpose multiplies me. Fear builds walls that keep me out, but purpose builds channels that bring me in. Fear says, what if I lose everything? And I vanish. Purpose says, I will build something greater, and I appear. So ask yourself, what is the purpose you are ready to declare? Not tomorrow, not someday today. Because the words you speak now carve the path for your future. If you speak emptiness, you create emptiness. If you speak fear, you create scarcity. But if you speak purpose, you create abundance. Your tomorrow is not waiting to be discovered, it is waiting to be declared. And the declaration you make today will be the wealth you hold tomorrow. When you write, when you speak, when you live with purpose, I have no choice but to follow you. And so I say, rise above fear. Lift your vision higher than survival. Let your mission be the magnet. For when you walk with purpose, the doors of abundance open wide. When you anchor your wealth in something greater, I do not just visit, I stay, I grow, I multiply. This is the prophecy. The purpose you vow today becomes the river I carve tomorrow. The vision you choose now becomes the wealth that overflows into your hands. And when you declare it with certainty, you no longer chase me. I chase you. I am money. And I always follow those who live with purpose. Now it is your turn. You have just heard a truth that most people will never realize. I, money, do not follow fear. I do not follow desperation. I follow purpose. And today, you have the chance to make that truth alive in your own life. So let me ask you, how have you been speaking about money until now? Have your words been filled with worry, with, what if I don't have enough? Have you been calling me only from a place of fear, begging me to fill a void? Or are you ready at last to call me from a place of purpose, with clarity, with vision, with power? The difference is everything. Fear pushes me away, but purpose pulls me closer. Fear builds walls, but purpose opens rivers. The choice is in your hands right now. And it begins with a declaration. Here is what I want you to do. Scroll down right now and write these exact words in the comments word for word, with intention, with energy, with conviction. I use money for my purpose, and it multiplies me. Don't type it as a wish. Don't type it as a maybe. Type it as a vow. Because when you write those words, you are not only commenting, you are sealing a contract with your future. You are telling the universe, my wealth has direction. My money serves my mission. I no longer live in fear, I live in purpose. And when you see others writing the same words, you will realize something powerful. You are not alone. There is a community rising. People all around the world declaring that their money will serve their purpose. Each comment becomes a flame, and together those flames become a fire. And that fire attracts more abundance, not only for one, but for all. So make your declaration now. Join the movement. Be part of this wave of people who have decided that money is not their enemy, not their fear, but their ally in creating something greater. But don't stop at the comment. Speak the words aloud right now. I use money for my purpose, and it multiplies me. Whisper it, then repeat it stronger. Then say it with the authority of someone who knows it is true. The more you say it, the more it will echo in your subconscious. And the more it echoes within, the more it will manifest without. And if you are ready to continue walking in this truth, subscribe and turn on the bell. Every video is another key, another ritual, another revelation that connects you deeper to your purpose and multiplies your wealth. Finally, share this message with someone you love, someone who has been living in fear of money, someone who needs to see that there is another way. Imagine the gift you give when you help them step into purpose. So now, act, seal it, declare it. Type it, say it, live it. I use money for my purpose and it multiplies me. From this moment forward, you will see, money no longer runs from you. It follows you. It multiplies with you. Because you have chosen purpose.